everybody, it's Gina Mizell alongside Letourneau. It is Wednesday. Oregon State was back for fall camp practice today after a day off on Thursday. Still in shells, not quite in full pads yet, but the group was combined. The first three practices were split up, veterans and newcomers. Everyone kind of came together today. And of course the newsy element, quarterbacks, Marcus McMaryion and Seth Collins sharing the first team reps. We reported this on Monday that this was going to happen, that Marcus McMaryion had made a huge push, and obviously we saw it out there today just in what we were allowed to watch.
Yeah, they traded some reps, and Mitchell was with the twos. I thought McMaryion, the thing you keep hearing about him is how composed he is, and I really noticed that today. Even when plays didn't necessarily go well, he never hung his head, and I think that's going to be his big calling card in this battle, is being that composed guy and not making a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, and that's something that Dave Baldwin even mentioned a couple of days ago when we were speaking to him, that it's not necessarily the quarterback that makes a spectacular play that's going to win the job. It's the guy who doesn't make the dumb throw. So at least from what we've gathered from various people and various sources, that seems to be the case with McMaryion right now. But of course, lots of time before September 4th, so we could see other switches in the quarterback derby. And Seth Collins was the first quarterback to go out there with the ones, so read into that what you want. But again, McMaryion, Collins sharing the first team reps. Expect to see the same if you come to the scrimmage on Saturday.
Saturday will be big. Yeah,
unless something else crazy happens in the next few days. But that's where we're at right now with the quarterback battle. You also talked a lot of running backs. Obviously Storm Barswoods, I should say, is back as the starter. But Chris Brown and Damian Haskins both getting some first team reps. And Gary Anderson basically said, hey, we need depth at that position starting in camp, not just during the season, but right now as well.
Right, Brown has been dinged up with a minor hip injury. He's easing into things right now. Haskins got some ones reps today. But really, the big thing that Anderson is preaching is they need three backs ready to go. You know, given the spread offense, given how quickly things move, they need fresh legs. They're going to need those guys to contribute. And Haskins and Brown are two guys who've kind of been waiting in the wings for a couple of years now, and they're excited for this opportunity to kind of complement Woods.
Depth not just on offense, but depth on defense too. Gary Anderson also mentioned that you got to have it two deep on defense, and so we started to sort of see how those packages and that depth chart is starting to take shape, at least in the early going. And cornerback obviously is a big one, and he said he needs 4 of them, right?
Right. It's been interesting because from what I've seen, Williams and DeCoud have both looked really solid in camp, and I asked Anderson about that today, and he said that he's feeling good about the depth there. No matter who starts the game, they're going to need both of them to contribute. They're going to need 4 to go, and I think that they're in a good place when it comes to that.
Yeah, again, the Beavers will put on the full pads for the first time on Thursday. Defensive players and coaches will be available to chat with us. So until then, keep reading our stuff on OregonLive.com, in the Oregonian. Follow us on Twitter, all that social media stuff, and we will be back here tomorrow.